This is the best doctored up cake recipe I've ever found. And I got this recipe from another creator. We're starting with 6 large eggs in your mixing bowl. And to that, you want to add 1 cup of water. We're going to add all our liquid ingredients in first. Next, you're going to add 2 cups of buttermilk. And I did make sure that all of my stuff was somewhat at room temperature. Um, to the so far we have 6 large eggs, 1 cup of water, 2 cups of buttermilk, and now we're going to add a cup of oil. And we're going to add all of that in at the same time. And then after we add our oil, we're going to add our flavorings, and then we're going to put it on the mixer. I'm using 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and then I'm going to use 2 teaspoons of cake batter flavor, but you can use whatever flavorings or extracts that you want. You can make it your own. Once we get all of this in the bowl, we're going to put it on the mixer with the whip attachment, and we're going to get everything combined. We want to whip this at like a medium speed, and once everything is combined, we're going to start to add our dry ingredients. You also want to be sure to scrape your bowl after whipping all of the wet ingredients, just to make sure that all of the egg is well incorporated. So for this recipe, we are using 2 boxes of vanilla cake mix. You can do this with any flavor, by the way. But for what I needed it for, I'm using 2 boxes of Betty Crocker vanilla cake mix. To that, I'm going to add 2 cups of flour, and just this regular all-purpose flour. And once I add my 2 cups of flour, I'm also going to add 1 cup of sugar as well to this. And once you get all of your dry ingredients in, you want to give this a mix. Now, I first mix it on a low speed just till everything is moistened. Once everything is moistened, I'm going to scrape my bowl, and then I'm going to let it go for about a minute on a medium speed. Not medium high, not medium low, just a medium speed, which is on this mixer, it's about speed 3. And for exactly 1 minute, I let that go. And after that, it's pretty much done. You just want to scrape the bottom of the bowl just to make sure everything is well incorporated. And once it is, this does make a lot of cake mix. The creator who first showed me this recipe, that creator would, take the extra batter and make it into cupcakes. But I actually need this. So what I'm going to use is 2 8-inch cake pans and 2 9-inch cake pans, because I'm going to use this cake for 2 different projects that I have coming up. And so I start by dividing all of the batter into my cake pans 1 cup at a time. And so what ended up happening was I ended up putting 2 full cups of cake batter in each pan, and then the amount of batter that was left looked like maybe a cup, and I just kind of evenly distributed through the 4 pans. And you want to bake these for about 30 to 35 minutes at 345 degrees. This is my final cakes after they've come out the oven. I'm putting simple syrup on 2 of them, on the 8-inch ones. Lemon simple syrup that I made, because again, that's for a different project. All these cakes are for 2 different things. And while my cakes are still warm, I want to wrap these in plastic wrap. So I generally will wrap them in plastic wrap and then put them in the freezer. I put them right back in the cake pans they came out of. That, because they're still warm, that just kind of keeps them from breaking up and cracking. But wrap them up while they're still warm, set them back in the freezer, and you're good to go. You can also use this recipe for cupcakes as well if you don't need this much. And the batter actually can be frozen as well. It can be frozen up to 3 months. Happy baking.